How's it going, gamers? Chongo here, and today I've got a gameplay commentary for you guys. The gameplay is of Deadpool on the PC, and today's commentary topic is how EA is changing the price of its games in India, so let's get into it. EA's game prices in India in the past was between 1,000 rupees to 1,500 rupees, and this equates to about $16.50 equals 1,000 rupees and $25 for the 1,500 rupees US. So this means that people were paying kind of cheap when you compare this to other currencies. So they were getting brand new release games for around about $20 or something like that. But now they've increased the price of these games from up to about 133%. So now they're charging 3,500 rupees for games such as Need for Speed, Rivals, and Battlefield 4. Now some people are saying, oh, this is good, they're being brought up to the same prices that Americans have to pay, but the obvious difference in this situation is India isn't actually having the best hourly rate or the best minimum wage compared to America. So it doesn't make any sense for them to raise this price up, and it's going to basically end up with a lot of gamers not being able to afford EA games because of this price increase. To put it in perspective, if you're in Australia, we pay anywhere between $80 to $100 for a new priced game if you go to retailers, and this would be if they raise the price to $180 for EA games. So it's a bit of a ridiculous increase, but the main reason behind changing all this game pricing, this is also changing for PC games on Origin as well as the physical copies of games, is due to people changing their region when they go to Origin and being able to get games for cheap. So people would basically go and change their region to India, and this would allow them to buy brand new games from about $20 US. It's kind of sad that gamers have gone and done this because it has hurt not only EA, but gamers in India wanting to play new release EA games are now unable to afford this amount of money. I'll have a few articles in the description about this, and some of the people in the comments were saying that in India at the moment, in some places, it's around about 5 to 8k per month for rent. So to put that in perspective, you could basically buy a Battlefield 4 game in India for half the amount of money you have to pay on rent a month. So if you think about that, there's going to be a lot of people who are physically unable to buy a copy of a game because they won't have that spare money just laying around. So I think EA is going to see a drastic decrease in the sales in India, but there still might be a few people buying it, which will make up for the people who don't buy it. So I'm not sure how well their sales are going to go, or if they will double back on this idea and come up with a better way to fix this problem of people buying cheap games and going and selling them elsewhere. That's the main reason they did it for console games as well as PC. PC is just the fact that anyone could change their region to India. They maybe could have implemented a better system there, but they didn't really have a way to stop actual retailers going and selling their games off to other countries and making a massive profit. I personally think EA shouldn't have gone ahead with this move. They should have looked at other ways of doing it. I mean, the Origin thing, that's something they can try and fix a little bit better. I mean, it would have taken a bit of effort, but it's better than moving away and stuffing over all these gamers that are unable to buy these games now, even if they wanted to. So it seems a bit stupid. They could have easily fixed up Origin if they put some effort into it and were able to detect region and basically get past the VPN problems that they were having. But retailers, that's kind of another hard issue. How would you be able to tell if retailers are going to go and resell these games somewhere else? Maybe they could try and region lock the games that are sold so that they're only available if you are in India. That could be a way that they could do to fix it up. So obviously other countries wouldn't be willing to buy cheap Indian copies if they weren't able to play them to begin with. So there were heaps of other ways that they could do, and that would be a way for them to stop the gamers who are doing the bad thing, as opposed to just hurting all the gamers in India as well as anyone who is illegally trying to get a game for a cheaper price. This also comes down to globalization, in a sense that people are going to always try and find a cheaper price. I mean, if I walk into a retail shop in Australia, I'm not going to be wanting to pay $80 for a PC game when I can find somewhere online that's legal to pay $50 for it, $60. So I suppose there were some people looking for a way to do it, but if you're going to go to a place that's going to sell you a game for $40 cheaper than it should be, there's obviously something a bit iffy there, or something they're doing illegal. Anyway, this brings me to my commentary. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, and if you've got any comments about EA changing their game pricing in India, put it down below, and if you want to join the Gamerhood, just subscribe. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.